Episode 10 of the Americas is called Patagonia. So this being the final episode of the Americas, we deal with the most southern part of the Americas. And this episode opens up at the very southern end, where we see rockhopper penguins. We see the penguins going out to catch food and coming back to their partners who are with their chicks or nests. And this is fine, rockhopper penguins, you don't see them very often, but this sort of behaviour we see in other penguins, so it's nothing really new. Them get attacked by the sea lions, we've seen that before, it was fine, didn't really go anywhere. And them scaling the slopes to get back to their nests was quite funny because it implied that they were so heavy from all the fish they'd eaten that it was a struggle to get up the hill. Quite funny, not an angle you usually see, so that was alright. And then we see the pumas. So the pumas were obviously going to be in this. Ever since Seven Worlds, One Planet, we've had a sequence dealing with pumas in this particular part of the world, and it's pretty much exactly the same as what we've seen before. It looks really good, don't get me wrong, it's really well filmed like everything else in this series, but then going after the guanacos, seen that before multiple times. Them even sharing kills with other pumas, seen that before a couple times. To be honest, it's just the point where it's been done to death so much that it really doesn't do anything for me. I feel like we've kind of exhausted what we can do with that sequence, to be perfectly honest with you. And this isn't something like the orcas hunting sea lions by beaching themselves, or chimpanzees hunting the monkeys, which we've seen, so many times over the years, and it's basically the same thing over and over again. But those have been going since the 90s. This has been going since 2019, and the fact that we've seen so much of it in such a short space of time, and it hasn't really done anything new, it kind of makes me a little bit bored of this sequence, to be honest. So yeah, while it was filmed really well, absolutely respect to the filmmakers, it is nothing new, and I think we kind of just need to stop filming it, or maybe just wait a bit and wait till we find something else about them. But overall it's nothing new, so it's fine. Then we talk about glaciers for a bit, how important they are, and the importance of all the little tiny islands around Patagonia, because there is a lot of them and they're all fragmented, so they've all got their own little collection of animals on them. That was quite interesting, not something you see explored very often, and the habitats there look really cool, like all the monkey puzzle trees, looks very prehistoric. The main thing we focus on here are the Chilean stag beetles. They're the stag beetles with those massive jaws. They used to fight each other, and it was a fun little sequence. Again, I didn't feel like it was anything new, so I can say that the first half of this episode didn't really blow me away, to be honest. Well, it looks really good, obviously Patagonia looks cool, but then from then on, it does get a lot better. We go to the Patagonian steppe, which isn't a habitat that you see explored too often, and here we see rheas. So I can't think of a sequence in another series that's dealt with rheas, so I was really happy we got a good one here. We basically follow a male who's nesting, he's looking after his eggs, and with the chicks actually he has to look after them, kind of like the way ostriches do, but it is a little bit different. The fact that ostriches are so big, they're a little bit more intimidating to little animals, so they're not as at risk. The rheas are nowhere near as big as ostriches, so they are at risk from hawks, which you wouldn't really think. Obviously there's a lot of chicks, it's not easy for a male to defend all of them, so it's quite easy for hawks to take them. We see another male who's only got 3 chicks left, almost certainly due to predation. Very interesting. And I was already really engaged with that sequence because it was something I hadn't really seen before. But then what made it even more interesting was when this other chick appears. It's lost its family, it's not getting anywhere to go. It's making these little alarm calls, which kind of make you sympathise with it. And the male comes over and just adopts it, like nothing, like it's no big deal. That was really interesting. Apparently that's pretty common behaviour for rheas. Really cool, didn't know about that. That sequence really stood out to me. And then we can see elephant seals. So again, the elephant seal sequence is nothing new. It was elephant seal males fighting each other on the beach. And it was fine. It was good. It was well filmed. But you know how it was going, and it was good. I have seen better versions of this in other series. And in the last bit of footage we get are the orcas. So the orcas hunting seals by beaching themselves. We'd seen that before, obviously, as I've said many times before. However, this goes a different angle. It shows you the matriarch of the family teaching the young orcas how to hunt in this way. So we did see this in Outer Oceans, but this was really good. It definitely went into a lot more depth than that did. And what was really interesting is you show them hunting elephant seal pups, not sea lions. It is pretty transferable to other pinnipeds, so it kind of makes sense that they take elephant seals in the same way, and it was quite fun watching the young orcas try and test out this new hunting technique, because they don't really know what to do when they do get to the elephant seals. This elephant seal pup, who's clearly never seen orcas before, also doesn't know what to do with them, so they're kind of like staring each other out going like, what do we really do now? That was quite fun, and gradually watching them learn the skills to do this was really interesting, and it's a really good testament to show how intelligent orcas actually are. And that was a really good way of ending the episode, because again, it was something I've seen before, but a completely different angle, so it was really cool. Again, I really liked that. So yeah, this episode is pretty good. I think the second half's definitely better than the first half. Highlights for me were easily the rheas and the orcas. Everything else was kind of just alright, to be honest with you, but still fine and well filmed. Now, there is one episode left of the series, apparently. I thought this was kind of it. I think it's going to be like a behind-the-scenes episode, so I might review that. But at the same token, if I don't feel like it's going to add anything new to the conversation, I'm probably not going to bother, and I'll just do my top 10 list. I was kind of debating whether to do a top 10 list, because to be honest with you, there haven't been that many sequences that really blow me away about this series. So yeah, I look forward to either of those in the next 2 weeks. And overall, this series, to be honest, has been alright. I've got to say, I have kind of felt like it's been okay overall. Anyway, let me know in the comments below what you thought of this episode and what you thought of the series overall. Let me know what your highlights were, as ever. And yeah, I'll be doing my next one next week. And yeah, as ever, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, or don't if you don't want to. It's perfectly fine. And I'll see you next week, and goodbye.